I came through a quote this morning, and it really blessed me, it really touched me. And I told myself, as I'm coming to this event, I'm going to be having, it's Ladies' Month, just going to be having fun. We're going to make sure that this is just one of those days where we just do not forget. And I was reminded by this quote. It says, "Do it now." Being a pioneering woman is about not waiting until you're rich or famous or waiting for all your stars to be aligned. Sometimes the best opportunities and miracles in life come from just taking a step of faith today and not tomorrow. I love this one as well. It says, keep going. You will need a lot of perseverance to keep going. No matter how prepared or smart you are, the real test is the ability to keep going. As an entrepreneur or any other kind of woman, you will give and give and give so much of yourself, and after that, give some more. If you don't know why, you are doing it through the challenges. So in other words, ladies, we just gotta keep going. I don't know what you're going through today, this week, at work, marriage, business, but just keep going. Can you clap hands for yourself as you keep? All right, so now we're gonna do something quite fun. Just get the energy out and the tension out. Can we all stand before we start? Let us all stand, let us all stand, let us all stand. There's absolutely a song that I love, and I want you to just go around in this hall, give a lady a hug. You don't know who might need it. You don't know what the lady sitting next to you is going through. So maybe a hug is exactly what she'll need today. Greet her, welcome her, give her a tight hug, and then after that, we're gonna get down and dirty. Put that song on, and let's greet each other. Let's go.
So bloody cold. And you've got to admit, it's warm outside. outside, and it's going to be very much warmer later in the day, so it's going to be a fabulous day, but it's still winter inside. And I'm at my age, I need cover. So I'm not making any apologies, but for those of you who are going bare shoulders, well done, girls. And it's not to do with age, because I've seen older women as well sitting here around. Well done. I don't know how you do it, but yeah, no, I just don't have, and I don't have enough, what do they call it, insulation. Need a little bit more of that, but welcome. It seems like yesterday that we were sitting outside in the sunshine and had our first Women's Day since COVID. It really does feel like yesterday, and it was warm. I don't know how many of you were there, but it was a wonderful day. It was warm. We were able to sit outside. We had a man up here playing music, and yeah, we had a male MC, which I was surprised at. So I'm very glad this year that we have a woman guest speaker, and we've got our wonderful MC who's also... What I say is that it feels like this is more than usually a year for women. If you look at our Banyana, go girls, we show up Bafana, and we show them up beautifully. That's women power. Look at the Olympics. Most of the medals this year were won by women. Look at the golfer, she got gold. South African women got gold in golf. Look at our swimmers. Most of the people who were women. We are powerful. We can do anything if we put our minds to work. This morning too, but I can remember parts of it. And they said something we must stop doing as women, and I know we do it, and what happens out there doesn't make it easier for us. We've got to stop criticizing that inner critic that we have. That one, we're not good enough. We're not thin enough. We're too fat, tall. My hair's not curly enough or straight enough or has enough bounce. My eyes don't look that good. We do that to ourselves physically. We also do that to ourselves on a level that's yeah, we can't do what the men do, but we can, and we do it better a lot of the times. And I think if we were leading this country, we would be in better shape right now than we are right now. If we had more strong, powerful, ethical, honest women doing it, we would have a better country, a better town, a better province. We just need women to actually stand up. We need women to stop criticizing ourselves, accept us for what we are, because we are beautiful the way we are. We're not just beautiful, we are fabulous. We're sexy, we're fabulous, we're awesome, and we deserve everything. We're also sometimes afraid to say, that's my price, that's what I deserve. Men never have that. But who's the powerhouse? I am. And when they're shit, sorry, excuse the language, they stand behind me. Because I'm the one with the guts that's going to speak out. It's one of the reasons they voted me president of the chamber, only because I never shut up. No, I don't. If there is something to be said, I will say it. I used to be on the radio in Joburg on a station called 702, which some of you might know, as a talk show host for many years. And yes, I spoke out then. And listeners used to call in and say, Q, be careful. Somebody is going to take you out. You shouldn't, if you continue to say things like that. And I said, if that's the way I'm meant to go, well, that's the way I am meant to go. But I will not shut up. If I see there's something wrong, I will not shut up. If I see that there's something that needs to be done or said, I will do it and I will say it. And it takes women to do that, actually. Otherwise, they'll just walk all over us, and we won't. And we have head as well as heart. Very often men work just with this, and that's brilliant, and we need them. I'm not putting men down, I love men. And I have very good men in my life. But we tend to work with both. And in order to work properly, and maybe I said this last year, and I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but in business today, and there's a lot of women who come from different companies, they have now proven that EQ is more important than IQ. You make a better business leader, you run a business better if you've got strong EQ. And I know I've got 2 partners. One has 6 brains. When one stops working, the other one kicks in and he can just go. I can't match him when it comes to that. If he tries to teach me something, it's like, whoa, slow down. And I'm not stupid. But he works that fast. But so he's a genius IQ. But when it comes to EQ, he's an idiot. And I've told him that. He has no people skills at all. And there are quite a few guys like, we're very lucky. We have got that good balance. And we must use that. Use our hearts and use our heads. And you know what? Middleburg without business is not, it wouldn't exist as a town. Business is what makes this town work. And it takes women and strong women to actually speak out, say our part, and speak out when we see things are going wrong. Don't be afraid. We can take care of each other. When my car was broken into last night, I thought, ooh, somebody's already coming after me. But they just wanted my computer, and my life is on that computer. I'm a little bit emotional this morning because I don't know what I'm going to do, including photograph, you know, all the stuff you have. And it's an old computer because I've made it work since 2011. So maybe it was time to get a new one, except I've lost all the information on that one. So if anybody wants to donate one. No, I'm joking. Nashwa's not here. I don't know why the Nashua women are not here. That's why that table is empty. Just one more thing, Sunshine, I wanted to say. The reason why you didn't get such a response at the beginning is that some of us are still a little bit cold, and nobody's had a drink yet. Wait. This crowd can really turn it on. I know these people. So watch what happens during the rest of the day once they have had a couple of glasses of something, and maybe it's not alcohol, it could be something more different, but still. These people know how to party, they know how to get down, and they know how to have them get above you. You need to keep her down. That's because we've been pushed down for so many years. We've been oppressed for centuries. So now when you see another woman getting, our only way is we can't go up there, it's too strong. So we go sideways and we put other women down. Don't do that. When you do that, you do it for yourself as well. You do it for your daughters as well. You do it for your mothers, your sisters, and everybody else. Help each other to stay up, stay strong, and be the best that we possibly can. And now I'm going to shut up and it's your breakfast time. And
Women down, wherever I go and whatever I do, I always tell them, listen, girl, I'm already short, okay? If I have to take off these heels, you cannot get me any lower than my height. So never ever allow anybody to get you down, no matter whether you're tall or you're short. And it is such an imperative thing what what Q said, and it plays a big role in how we as leaders now, now we in society, in the marketplace, in the church, there's just women that are leading wherever it is. The most important thing is just to support each other and love each other and hug each other. I love hugs, guys. I told my husband, I'm like, when I met him, I'm like, dude, you better hug me. Like in the morning, in the day, when you come home, hug me. When I'm mad, hug me. When I'm happy, hug me. Listen, before you make love to me, dude, hug me. Just hold me. I just love hugs because it's just something about it that's just so personal, But before we go into breakfast, I want a few ladies to introduce themselves. Maybe from the company that you're coming from. So pick yourself. I'm not going to pick you. Your confident self. Pick yourself. Every table is going to have one person that is going to be like, yes, me. I'd like to introduce myself and the company that I'm working for or the business that I'm owning. Whatever you want to introduce yourself as, please do it. Put that Jerusalem song for me. I'm going to be going around. I'm not picking today. Start in this table while waiting for breakfast because the city's delaying just a little bit. Confident lady, introduce yourself as loud as you can, as crazy as you can, and have all the energy in the world. Let's go.
Patache. I'm the organizer of this whole event. I'm from the Middleburg Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I just want to say welcome and have fun.
My name is Eleanor Peterson, and we're from Everest Financial Services. Thank you so much for this great function. Everybody have fun today.
So, when you need healthcare services, please don't shy away.
I'm Karina, I'm from Johnson Workwear. With me around the table, we have customers that became friends, so they are with us today. We've got IPP, Dedumena, Olzu, diamond deal, mining, marketing, Valentine also from Johnson Workwear, and Heidi from Jabuda Promotions. Thank you.
Ladies from RSC Special Metals, and we are the women in overalls and boots, but today we choose to be the ladies.
From Elveston Spa. Thank you for the opportunity to come here. We've got a great stall outside. We've got a present for each and every lady. And you know what? We are beautiful.
That's how it's done. Can we please have that crown of the list? Thank you.
Okay, good morning to all the diamonds of the world. I am Timisilo Matlangu. I'm proud to say that I'm employed by Trust Bakery & Co. We are here to present the power of a woman as well. Thank you so much, colleagues.
Anybody from this table? Come on, ladies. Confidence. I'm sorry, I
Good
didn't.
morning, beautiful ladies. My name is Basani. I'm representing PwC. We are in audit and accounting, and welcome and please enjoy the day. Thank you.
My name is Nomkosi Kosi. I'm from Columbus. This table and that table, we are working for Columbus. We are a very diversity company. We've got our office admins in the engineering department, and we're here adding stainless quality to life.
That's how it's done.
Good morning, beautiful ladies. Standing here is Catherine Patlani. I'm also from Columbus Stainless. As you see, you ladies, you look beautiful. Let's have fun.
Yes! Thank you very much. Can you all say yes? Thank you so much, ladies. So we have different women from different companies doing different things. And you know what, ladies? I just want to say, I salute you. You know, I'm an entrepreneur myself, and it's probably one of the hardest things that I've ever done, because I didn't think or know that it's just going to be, you know, this hard. What to do? Not everybody can do this. And this is just going to prove something. Now today when I woke up and I did my short prayer to God, and I was like, I don't know, I'm just gonna go there and have fun. I wanted to do something that hasn't been done before, right? And I know that us ladies, sometimes we're very sensitive about how we look, what we wear. But have you ever actually tried to be in another woman's shoes? Like really, you know, whether it's your boss or your senior or even your junior, just be in their shoes for a day. It usually doesn't happen. You know, that is why we are able, or people are able to even judge each other, because you actually don't know what the person is feeling or what it's like. So, what I'm going to do this morning, I want you to look at the person sitting next to you and the shoes that they're wearing. Shoes. Don't look at the toes. Don't look at the toes. Don't look at the cracks. Just look at the shoes. Okay? I know if somebody was next to me, there's just no way. Now, but an open shoe like mine, can see, right? Like this one that you can take off, because I know some other people are wearing boots because it's cold and whatever. But if the person you're sitting next to is, you know, has a shoe, take off your right shoe. Take it off, take it off, take it off. Go with the flow, we're gonna have fun. Take it off. Don't worry, if the feet are, just breathe, okay? Doesn't matter, just breathe. Take off your right shoe. For those who can't take it off, okay? This is for those who can. I don't want to stress people too much. And give it to the lady next to you or the one closest to you who's got another shoe off. Oh, we're gonna have fun today, ladies. Oh, yes, we are. Give it to the person closest to you or next to you. Give it to them, please. And the lesson that is learned is very simple. It's very simple. It's not easy to be the other learned this lesson when I was still working a long time ago. And I absolutely would just show the most probably immature attitude to my seniors because, you know, I felt like they're just ganging up on me. But then I realized when I started having my own business that it's actually not that simple to lead. It's not that simple to lead. So the best thing that we can do, ladies, because we are not in somebody else's shoes every single day, we are in our own comfortable shoes, just be a little bit nice or nicer, you know, to the next person. No need to show attitude and be angry, you know, and throwing tantrums and all that. Just be nice. Just be good. Just smile. Say thank you. You know, after they've done the work for you, for those that are CEOs, just say thank you. Thank you and smile. Even if you don't want to say thank you, just say thank you, because I think what really motivates us to actually keep working and keep going is actually the environment that we are in. If the environment is toxic, then you'll have toxic workers and a toxic boss and toxic cleaners, and everybody will be toxic. But you have an environment that is lively and has full of just love and care for one another, then it's much better. Do we agree? Yes. Then give me a round of applause, y'all. All right, so what is gonna happen now, if it's okay? Can we go through our first draw, or is the breakfast ready? 60 seconds, you are gonna do a pitch. 60 seconds pitch, then we go to breakfast. For a business. Is this Alveston? Oh, I absolutely love your spa.
We've got great Women's Day specials, affordable. You have to take the time out to come and treat yourself. And we just got a lovely tranquility space where you can just take the time out and just forget about everything around you.
Yeah, ask RST, they did that.
Ask RST, they can confirm for us. So you are so welcome to come and have a look at our new spa. And as I said previously, we've got a special gift for everyone at our store today to treat you. Thanks.
Ladies, my hand. My name is Nimbuso Shabalala. I'm in marketing. I own a marketing and advertising company. I also own a cosmetics manufacturing company. So if you're interested in having your own beauty range, whether it's private label or white labeling, we can do it for you. We'll be your favorite formulator. We specialize in organic products as well with our formulations, or if you want chemicals in the products, we can handle that as well. So yeah, thank you. So it can be anything from hair products, skin products, roll-ons, whatever you can think of, and perfumery as well. Have a great day.
That's awesome. One question, I'm like that, hey, what is the greatest lesson that you've learned thus far in your business?
Thus far, take your time. Everything is in progression. I don't rush anything. So until something's perfect, I just don't do it. I'm a perfectionist, so yeah.
Give a round of applause, yeah?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bobby Akush. I'm from Century 21 Properties. So what I would like to say to you, our company deals with properties. So we really encourage people to invest in properties. If you've already gotten a property, it is still good to invest in a property. You can buy a townhouse or a flat for investment for your kids.
Branch out. If you have any offices that you need cleaned, houses, we also now do houses. So if anyone has anything for us, come to me and I will give you her number. Thank you.
Good. This is the greatest lesson.
In life?
No, like in the business.
In the business.
What have you seen, maybe like your mom?
Honestly, I think it takes patience to run a business and to start something from ground up and not knowing absolutely anything, because my mom did not know anything. So it takes patience, it takes investigations, you know. Take the time, ask different kinds of people who also have businesses, like, where are you, like, how did you start? I think it's the greatest lesson.
Morning, ladies. Johnson Workwear Depot in Witbank, in Mandela Drive. We are not just overalls and steel toe caps. Today I'm not dressed in Johnson, I'm dressed as royalty. But we even have office wear, ladies wear, winter wear. You will be seeing a parcel going out today. So please come visit us. We've got George Clooney coffee. It's not him servicing you. It's just coffee. We've got wonderful cookies us. We're right next to CTN and Witbank. I've also got catalogs in my car, and business cards if you would like to have a talk about office wear, or overalls and steel toe caps. I'm your girl. Thank you very much.
Coal and mine coal as well. So if anyone has coal, I'm struggling to get coal. I really appreciate it. I'm silly. Is it? Can we have that conversation when they're done? I need some 27 CV-ROM, some RB3 and some RB1. Thank you.
We supply PPE, Johnson as well, and then corporate clothing, corporate gifts. We do in-house embroidering. We've got 17 industrial machines, and then we do silk screenings. Most of the companies in Witbank, if they say they do the branding, we do the branding. So you're more than welcome to come and contact me. I've got cards here. Hope to see you soon.
My name is Umakosa Sanawankadine. We are from Everest. Those who are from Middleburg, they probably know what Everest is all about. But we here as colleagues today, but please come join Everest. You've seen our funerals. But we are not just selling funerals, we are selling a policy. So we are kind of selling an insurance policy for funeral. I know it's not a nice topic to bring up, but it's inevitable. Death is part of us. So come get your policies for your funeral. You've seen our funerals. We are the best. Yes. Thank you.
Services or companies, what exactly do you ask God for? She said she's going to answer, and this is honestly, genuinely, I promise you, I've always wondered.
You know the answer is strange. We pray that you leave because we want you to keep on paying that policy. It's for you to keep on paying the policy. We pray for your life. We pray for God to keep you. Thank you.
That is the best answer I have heard. I did this at another event, and the guy stood up, he's like, H, my sister, sometimes we just pray for people to just go to our Father in heaven. But peacefully. All right, Eddie, so we're going to just...
Is my friend with the voucher? Where? Yes, you're welcome.
Uyasithuka ngekhemera. Mina nogela usithukise.
Yes, you're welcome. Does it's okay. Yeah, maybe teach them a few things. they did on the bicycle. And so they went behind the scenes and they showed what was happening.
If maybe they were realistic, but like, guys,
In the lab especially, that specifically. Like, that's the thing about I'm more than 5 years and you must do what I said with the bicycle.
Any distractions? Please come inside. All right, that's it for the beautiful lady coming in. I still want that crown. All right, ladies, we are about to get into the second session of this beautiful event. And before we welcome our guest speaker for today, I want to give a prize to somebody. And the person has to know how to dance. Yeah. I told you we're gonna have fun today. I've got a beautiful gift here. Whew. I see a gown. I don't know if it's a gown. I see. Woo. I don't know why they don't allow MCs to take some of this stuff home. It's not even fair. All right, so this is a beautiful gift from our hosts. And the lady who's gonna get it is the one who's gonna dance the most. Yes. So if you are a lady who loves dancing, we're gonna put that song, Who Runs the World? And I want you on the dance floor and I get to pick who takes this beautiful gift home. So if you've got some moves, I know you've got some moves, ladies. Because at these events, you want to be very stiff, but at home in the bedroom, we know you, we know your kind. So we need you to get on the dance floor and rock that body. Show us what your mom. Hey, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Aish, aish, ay, yes, yes. Ay. Ay. Chesa, chesa. Yo, are these the only ladies who love to dance? Come on. Hey. Rock that body. Come on. Hey. Yes. Come on. Come on. You know you'll go to clubs. Come on. Come on. Hey. Chesa. Chesa. Ish. Hey. Who runs the world? Come on. Who runs the world? Hey. Nice one. Ish. Hey. Yeah, baby. Come on. Hey. Show us what your mama gave you. Come on. Come on. 10 more seconds. Let's go. Hey. Hey, come on. Woo. Rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it. All right, cut it there. All right, so I saw like 2 winners, right? So you're gonna have to choose. This lady right here. Yeah. These two are gonna have a showdown. For 60 seconds, a show, like a showdown. So you're gonna play that song again. And unfortunately, I'm not gonna choose. You guys are the ones that are gonna have to choose between these two. Are you ready, ladies? Are you ready? Come on. Let's start with this beautiful lady right here. Come, sweetie. Come, sweetie. Come on, show a round of applause. And what about the other beautiful lady this side? second round coming up. But for now, ladies and two gentlemen, I just want to welcome this beautiful soul, a beautiful woman who's going to come and give us a beautiful motivational speech. Please give a round of applause to Princess Diana Jansen.
Hola. I'm glad everyone's warmed up now. You know, when I got dressed this morning, I thought, well, I can't give you the ninja tips if I come in heels, so I'll dress comfortably. No, I'm joking. I'm doing Comrades in two weeks, so flat shoes for me, no heels. Thank you for inviting me. It's always, you know, standing in front of a group of women is just one of the most amazing things that you can experience, and especially after COVID and being used to these masked faces, it's just so amazing. So if I stare at you today, it's not because I'm picking on you or anything, it's just because I just love seeing women's faces and the way they come together and just mingle. Daughter was a little girl, she was about 3 or 4 years old. We had a wedding. Now she's this little outgoing dancer, and she just has her own way. So at this wedding, we were waiting, you know, like at all weddings, you're waiting for the couple to finish their photos, and we were standing around having conversation. And the next moment, I hear everyone cheering. And I thought, oh, well, maybe the couple is, you know, they're coming in. And when I turned around, there was also a little stage like this. Lo and behold, our 4-year-old on stage, yes, on stage, and she was throwing moves that would shame Britney Spears. And everyone was looking to me, you know, looking at me and like, she didn't get it from me. And while we were driving back that evening, I was thinking, we all were like that when we were 4 years old. You know, not caring what anyone thinks and just doing your thing. Not, you know, we're not bothered. You shake your butt, you throw your hair, whatever makes your little body happy, that is what you do. And then I thought, well, where do we lose it? Yes, I mean, the ladies on the dance floor showed us some great moves, but most of us, we don't have that confidence any longer. So I started wondering, where do we lose that? Where do we lose that power of us? You know, where did everything go wrong? And as women, now it's amazing what Q said this morning, and what I want to share with you today is it's spot on the same as what she talked about this morning. We give our power away, whether it's through other people, but mostly because of ourselves. We give that power away. We care for other people, and somewhere in our culture, and I don't think it's just a South African thing, I think it's a worldwide phenomenon that we as women, we are brainwashed to think we should be the mild ones, the quiet ones, you know, tender, and we care. Yes, we are, you know, in our I think in our structure, in our DNA, we have that nurturing characteristic, okay? But that does not mean that you should stay behind the scenes. It doesn't mean that you should be in your corner, quiet, and not say a word. That's not what it means. But we tend to care for other people. We are brainwashed to believe that we are on earth to be at the service of others. Noble thing to do, but there's one thing that you leave out of that equation, and that is yourself. Who has recently taken a flight? Local, international? Anyone? Okay, so when they do that whole safety instructions, what do they tell you about your oxygen mask? First, and then on the person next to you. And somehow we switch this in life. We tend to other people before we tend to ourselves. Maybe it's just the way that I was brought up, but You know, you're not allowed to think too much of yourself. You shouldn't be too proud of yourself. You shouldn't be too confident. You should just, you know, and other people are more important. Always put other people's needs before your own. And by doing that, we give our power away. We give our power away. And in a way, I believe that we do not realize what power we have. In a book by Lisa Bevere, I can't remember the name, but in any case, her husband has a conversation, now they're Americans, and they have a conversation with a guy who's knowledgeable in, you know, the army, the guys that went to Afghanistan. Why America couldn't, or really struggled in that war. And this guy said, the reason is, if we cannot speak to the woman, we cannot flip the culture. So what happened in Afghanistan? They couldn't reach the woman. So the woman is the heart of a nation. And today I want to give you a few tips on how to get that power back. So I want to talk to you today about walking like a queen with a crown, but fighting like a ninja. Who of you have grown up with these Disney stories? Snow White and all the others, and it's just these princesses. I had a problem with that. So I was a little bit of a tomboy in school. So it was really difficult for me to identify with these pretty princesses and high heels and cute dresses, because I put up a fight. If my mom put a dress down on that bed to wear to school, I just threw a tantrum, because I liked my shorts. So I found it difficult to identify with the whole little princess idea. And then came along movies like Wonder Woman, Moana. So that is the type of princess I would like to be. The one who's not afraid to stand up. There's one specific scene in Wonder Woman where she... Sorry, I just want to start my timer so that I don't keep you here until lunch. There's one specific scene there where she's in, you know, the guy's taken her to Germany, or where the action happens, and she gets out of that thing, and she has her shield and everything, and I mean, it's chaos. They're just shooting all over, and she just runs, and as she runs, she allows the guys, the men, behind her to move forward. Now that grabbed my heart, because that is the type of warrior that I want to be. Not only for other people, but for myself. It's been a hard 2 years, do you agree? Some of us are still recovering. Some of us are, you know, we went through COVID smoothly. But some of us are still recovering. But we need to stand up. We need to stand up. I want to read you a poem. It's a well-known piece that you have probably heard before, and I usually end off with this. But today I want to start with this, because this is in essence what I want to leave with you. It's a poem by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. And it's not just in some of us, it is in all of us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And say to that person, I need you to stand up. I need you to get up. And not only do we need it in each other, we need to see, who of you has got daughters? Girls. She needs you to stand up. She needs to see you move on, get up, and fight like a ninja for yourself. Because that is what she will carry forward in her life. To get up. No matter how bad your story is. I mean, we can have a competition. I'm sure we'll. But on the inside, it's a mess. But despite that, my purpose will be done here when you walk out of that door, vowing that you are going to fight like a ninja for yourself and your purpose in life. You might look like a queen on the outside, which we all do, but on the inside, you fight like a ninja. You know, you can be all glass slippers and crown and glittery dress, but just like that, you can change into your ninja outfit and do what needs to be done. So I want to share 3 tips with you today that I believe is really the key. 4 minutes. Now the interesting thing is, he had to believe first before he could do it. When he started, he wasn't able physically to do it. But he needed to. 6 weeks after he broke that record, another guy did it. Now remember, for all recorded human history, it was impossible. It was humanly impossible. 6 weeks, another person. Less than a year later, 3 more. Less than 2 years later, 5 more. So what happened? Someone showed them that it was possible. So again, look at the person next to you, think of your children, your family. You must show them what is possible. We are the generation that needs to change the next generation and show them what is possible. What is possible if we believe more than we were taught to believe? What is your 4-minute mile? What is the limit that you have placed on yourself? What is the limit that someone else placed on you? You know, what you believe about yourself is true. The thoughts that you feed yourself, that is what turns into reality. So a bit of a physiology in your brain. Now obviously you know your mind is a very complex system. Your brain works like this. You've got your conscious, and that is your thoughts. Whatever you're thinking now, that is your conscious. Then you've got your subconscious. So your subconscious is easily accessible. So if I ask you, what did you eat yesterday for lunch? It wasn't in your mind 2 seconds ago, but if I ask it, you can recall. And in between your conscious and your subconscious, there's a little filter that we call the reticular activation system. Very, very clever, very clever. And that part wants to serve you, wants to help you. So your subconscious does not know the difference between reality and not reality. But it receives a lot of data from the outside world. Whatever you hear, whatever you see, whatever you feel, whatever you smell, whatever you taste, goes into your subconscious. And then your reticular activation system, your RAS or RAS, has to decide what is important. What am I going to allow into the conscious mind? And you can fine-tune your RAS by thinking of certain things, focusing on certain things. Who of you has that very negative Nancy in your life that just complains about everything? Okay? So that RAS needs a little bit of fine-tuning. What happens on a bad day for you? You overslept, your alarm didn't go off, you've got a flat tire, and then what happens further in the day? It's all downhill from there, from bad to worse. You know, it's the unlucky 3, or what do they call it? These things come in 3.
And it's actually just your Raz that is focused, like, ooh, Nombula's focused on this negative today. Maybe we should give her a little bit more. You recently bought a new car. Okay, so when you start looking at cars, so you decide you want a yellow Ford. And while you're researching all the specs and the fuel consumption, which is very important at the moment, now you start seeing everyone in Middleburg and Witbank is suddenly driving that yellow Ford. How is it possible? Or when you're pregnant, you know, for 30 years, you don't even see the pregnant woman. And you become pregnant and you're like, it must be the water in Witbank. Because everyone's pregnant. Or suddenly everyone's engaged. It's your Raz that is fine-tuned on that specific aspect. It's very true, and you can change that. So when you've set limits on yourself or your family, your parents, your friends, your colleagues, your boss, place limits on you. You know, we are very easily complimenting others. Oh, you have beautiful shoes. Oh, I like your makeup. But what do you say to yourself when you look in the mirror? Be honest. Wrinkles. Oh, what do we, crow's feet. My laughing wrinkles. Oh, I've got an extra roll. Cellulite. Ne? So, why do we short sell ourselves? We're kind to others. What do we say to ourselves when we look in a full-length mirror in Fushinis? Oh, you're fat. Oh, you're a horrible person. You shouldn't have eaten that donut. Would you ever say that to a friend? Well, maybe some of you are that straightforward. I'm not that kind of friend, okay? But you won't say that to your friend. Why do you say it to yourself? Every single morning when you get up, oh, those droopy eyes. Suddenly a little bit of bags as well. What will happen if you tell your friend, your colleague, that's in the office next to you or sitting next to you? What will happen to that person if you tell that same line to them every single day? Crap, to be honest. Why do we tell ourselves these things? I don't know if you've ever watched, Dove has got a really amazing videos on YouTube. They've done some research and it's just really touching. So this one specific one is they have a group of people, and the only instruction they gave them is to, they paired them up with strangers, and they just say, you know what, get to know this person. Sit next to them, have a coffee, chat with them. So that was the only instruction. And inside the room, they had a forensic artist. And then he had a curtain. So then they would call in one person, and then he would ask them. So obviously, he can't see them, they can't see him. And he would ask them to describe themselves. So he asked very specific questions, okay? Your nose and your chin, is it, you know, very, very specific. And then he drew a self-portrait of how they described Chloe for me. And then he would draw another picture of Chloe. And by the end of the day, they had this whole gallery where they took the portrait that the person described themselves and next to the one that someone else described them. Guess which one was the most beautiful? Yes, the one described by someone else. I really wish for everyone that you could see yourselves as I see you, as the person next to you sees you. You see all the flaws, but I mean, you know yourself, guys. In and out, not even your parents, your husband, no one knows you as well as yourself. You see all the flaws. I made them do a list. You know the scary thing? When they brought those two lists together, it was exactly the same. It was exactly the same. So where does a 10-year-old learn of thunder thighs, nose too big? They get it from us. They get it from us. So I want to ask you, what is the beauty legacy that you are leaving for your kids? And even if you have sons, remember you are showing him what a powerful woman looks like. You are showing him what he needs to look for in another woman. So are you leaving your kids with a legacy, or are you leaving them with your insecurities? And I really believe if we go along and we hear everyone's stories, and I ask you, what was the one thing your mom was insecure about? And then ask you, what are you most insecure about? It's probably very much the same. It's very much the same. So I want to challenge you. I really want to challenge you to think of what limits you are placing on the next generation by your insecurities. When last did you voluntarily appear in a family photograph? Honestly, what is the first thing that you do when you see a photograph of yourself? Thank you. At least one honest person. You criticize. Now it's normal. Research has shown if you are shown a picture of a group of people, the first person you will look for is yourself. Okay, that's normal. That's great. We all do that. But the next thing you do is where the trouble starts. You start criticizing yourself, and oh, that's so fat, that's so this, that's so that. I want you to think, if you, in your mind, having a picture of your mom, or the woman that you had in your life, if you didn't have a mom. I want you to imagine holding a picture of that woman in your hand. And some of us are very lucky to have that woman here, so you can look at them. You don't even have to look at a photograph of them. What are the things that comes to mind? Is it, ooh, look at those wrinkles. Sure, my mom looked old here. Is it, oh goodness, she shouldn't have worn that swimming suit. All I can see is bumps and cellulite. Keep in mind, now we've got Everest here, and I know they said they're not praying for us to leave this earth. But like she said, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. And one day, those photographs is the only thing that your kids will have of you. Challenge you. Get in that photograph. Because that's one of the limits I know we put on ourselves. Good. Are you going to be limitless? Yes. One or two. Now, fear is a very, very normal reaction. It's a reaction of your body. It's a physiological reaction. You know, when you're in that conflict situation, your body secretes hormones and glucose and adrenaline and all those things to make you ready for action. That's fear. Fear serves a purpose. But when you live in fear and you fear certain situations, and again, I'm not talking here about real life fear like crime and those type of fear. I'm talking about being scared to step out of your comfort zone. Being scared to try out a new outfit, a new hairstyle. If you're single, that fear of going out and meeting new people. That's the fear I'm talking about. So, who of you've got little 5, 6 years old kids who just started learning how to ride a bicycle? One? Many? Okay, but you can remember, those of you who've got older kids. So, you know they start with those little training wheels? So that is what fear is. So it serves a purpose. When you're 5, 6 and you're still learning how to ride your bicycle, those training wheels serve a purpose. They are there to prevent you from falling and breaking an arm and breaking your neck and all those kind of things. So it's good. If you see a 5-year-old with training wheels, you wouldn't think much of it. What would you think if you see a 12-year-old with a mountain bike going to school with training wheels? I know when you may be 80 and you're struggling with balance, then you can put on the training wheels again. But before that, it's frowned upon. And it's the same with fear. Somewhere in our lives, that fear served a purpose. But you are now 12, you are now 30, you are 40, and you're still cycling with your training.
Bible characters. Moses comes to mind. You know, there where he first was called, I can imagine there was a little bit of an uneasiness, at least, about his calling. Think about Mary. Perfect example for Women's Day. Can you imagine that fear? Being pregnant, unmarried, in that culture. What if those people did not let go of their training wheels? What would have happened? And then I want to flip the question. What can happen if you let go of your training wheels? If you let go of your fear? And I want to go back to the whole RAS filter thing. What you focus on will grow. It will. It's just how it works. So if you focus on the things that you are not good at, the things you fear, those are the things that you are going to keep seeing, because your RAS is going to think, but that's what you want to focus on. So it's going to give you more of that. So you need to change that and focus on the things you want. Change your focus, the focus of your RAS on the goals you have set for yourself and where you are going to and why you are doing that. That is the most important thing, to remember why we are doing these things. What fear is holding you back from walking like the queen you are? But they learn something, and they get up, and they learn something, and they get up. So some of us is to, fail a little bit more before we succeed, but that's okay. I want you to imagine a life without challenges. What would it be like? Boring? And how strong will you be? No, you would be strong. Who of you exercise regularly? Okay. So if let's take gym. Okay, so I want to get stronger legs. What do I do? Do I just walk? No, what do I do? Add strength training? Again, it seems so logical. But when we look at the challenges in our lives, we're like, oh, I wish it was easier. Why is this challenge? Oh, I don't like it. And that's one thing that running has taught me. In 2014, I decided, it's a long story in any case, but I decided I'm going to do the Comrades Marathon. But I didn't want to do it alone, so when my husband came home one night, I'm like, I've ended us into the Comrades. And he's like, but we haven't even done it 21. I'm like, no, don't worry, we're going to do it now. Don't worry. So a little bit stupid, but I trained and didn't finish the first one, for obvious reasons, and I decided, no man, I need to go back. It was the up run, maybe I should try the down run. Trained a little bit harder. Okay, so the first time I made it to 64 kilometers. Second time, last cutoff, 82 kilometers. Did I give up? That little bit of stupidness kicked in. A lot of people will tell me, but why? Why are you doing this to yourself? I'm like, I have to prove to myself that I can do this.